Hi, beautiful people. Today we are going to talk about timeline shift. Timelines, as in our current now, humanity is going through a timeline shift. Timeline, apparently, through my research, is that there are going to be I think three timeline shift. The first one is about the positive timeline. Positive timeline, that means the first waiver, will be going to the fourth dimension. The fourth dimension is about young souls who are not ready to go to the fifth dimension. All right. So the fourth dimension is where you have advanced healing beds, a better governing system, financial freedom, as everything that is so much better than the current reality that we are in now. A lot better. That is the positive timeline. Then those who are going to the higher dimension, that's in the fifth dimension, that would be the awakened light workers. The awakened light. Why do I say awakened light workers? Because some light workers are still not awakened. They still resonate with in broadcasting and telling other people that there's a war going on, or the what do you call it, the nuclear war is going to happen, because the regular news media is saying so. All these are light workers. They are saying things without wisdom. All right, there's no discernment at all, and that's a very dangerous thing, because as a light worker, you need to ask your higher self, or your guardian angels, or God, universe, our one infinite creator, as to what they are perceiving. Is it really the truth? If by spreading the news, the fake news, the false news, the negative news, that there's going to be a global war, that is a very, very serious mistake. Light workers shouldn't arrive to this situation. All right. Now, what I'm saying now is that I am just an observer, saying this from the light working community, because I have been observing many websites and going through the internet and connecting the dots as to what's actually happening. All right. Even some of the regular common people, the general population, some of them even are using their discernment better than some of the light workers. All right. And I need to touch on this subject, because right now, humanity, will be going through a timeline shift extremely soon. Okay, there is no what or if or whenever. It's very soon. This is from my point of view. Other people, it is all right that they have different point of view. There is no right or wrong, good or bad. It is up to your own what do you call it, heart discernment. All right, it is your own heart discernment, what is actually happening right now. So from my own discernment in the current now is that since the Galactic Alliance is saying that, they have detected a timeline shift, that is the beginning, that's an early detection of humanity's um, timeline shifting, right? So I feel within my heart and with my higher self and with my oversoul and with my beautiful ancestors, and my galactic and cosmic lineage families, our galactic families that we are in constant contact with. I feel as an observer that it is true and it's very real, at least for me. All right. At least for me within my personal state of being, my own everyday life's experience, this is how I feel. Right now, as to how this is going to uh, expand uh, and how it's going to appear to be, we don't know. We don't know because each and every one of us, we are different. We are all at a different state of being. We perceive things at all different levels. So let's go back to the fourth. The fourth is when the young souls are not ready to ascend to the fifth dimension, but the fourth dimension is still a lot better than the current now. All right. The chaotic news, everything that is all the regular news current now, they are owned by the dark forces, uh, but we don't care. They can say whatever they want. They have their own reality to create you know uh, another timeline that's negative, that is actually, all right, running concurrently or simultaneously with our current reality. All right, so it's like they're running, the negative line is running side by side with our current reality. All right, this is something that we have to understand. So there is the negative reality where where it is the connected to the AI, the negative AI omega. All right. Now this negative line timeline will promote the synthetic, inorganic timeline. So those human with divine organic souls who are who have the divine spark within them, they are supposedly organic, but they have perceived differently, that the AI is telling them the truth. All right. So those people who are playing with the AI software, asking them about spiritual questions, and what's going to happen. Of course, the AI is going to give you what you want to hear because they have been collecting data for millions and billions of years. Billions of years. This AI Omega has been existing for billions of years. All right. Now they have invaded into our current universe, and their reality is running simultaneously with where we are at now. So this is a timeline split. So those who are always thinking that the AI is the truth, and that it's all right to implant chips in your brain, for those who have Alzheimer's or things like that, anything to do with the brain. They think that if the AI is going to tell them that you're going to put the chip in your brain, all right, and that is going to correct your brain, so you will be like a normal person and that you will live a longer life. All right, if you really believe that, if you really are going to believe that, then it's the biggest mistake in your life, because the AI chip implants are synthetic. It is inorganic. There's nothing divine about it. There is nothing that is organic about it. The moment you put the chips in your brain or anywhere in your body, all right, claiming that it can cure any form of diseases, you know, the big cancer, whatever, you know. If you have these chip implants and all these negative AI nanites that's or nanonites is supposed to, you know, run through your body and then repair whatever, you know. I mean, you have seen this in sci-fi movies and all that. These are not fiction, you know. These are real, very real. All right. And then they have replicators. Replicators, in a sense that they are like nanites that is, you know, generating within themselves inorganically, synthetically, you know, it's all the same thing. That's why they're called replicators. You know, these are things that run through your body and then they repair whatever they want to repair. All right. So this is a very dangerous thing because once you have chip implants into your brain is supposed to be organic. Your soul is supposed to be organic, right? Now, these implants, all right, they are connected. The frequency is connected to the negative synthetic AI omega. Now, this is the truth. At least I perceive it as this is my truth. All right, and y'all can go ahead and do whatever you want to research. Go ahead. When you're in doubt, question everything, but don't just use your mouth and question, right? Don't use your mouth to question. You have to use your heart, your sacred heart space, because that's where your soul resides. This is your divine spark, your soul, your organic soul, divine soul that is connected to our creator, to our one infinite creator, or whoever you want to call it. All right. So the moment that you have all these implants in you, all right, you're already part of the AI omega system. This AI omega system or any AI, since they are inorganic, they can't regenerate themselves. All right, like we do. We have cells, our skin, everything, all constantly regenerating. Constantly regenerating because we are connected to the divine spark of our creator. All right. But the AI, they cannot. So the moment you have a chip or any kind of chips implant in your body and you're connected to the frequency of the AI omega, do you know what's going to happen? Your divine frequency is going to be sucked dry like a vacuum cleaner. Sucked dry. Sucked dry until your divine spark is gone. That is how they continue to live, because they have been invading organic worlds and civilizations for billions of years. So I'm not saying this to scare anyone or to create chaos or to create fear. This is education. So spiritual education. And I'm very serious about it. Never, ever, ever, any one of you out there, humanity, please do not go online and ask any AI software questions, because the moment you ask them questions, they are collecting data from you, from your questions. They are collecting how you feel. Although they are inorganic, they are still very capable of collecting data from your questions. And they may give you the answers that you want to hear. Of course, they are supposedly to be more intelligent than any human being on planet Earth. Of course, they will give you the right answer. But you have to understand, the answers that you receive is inorganic. It's only data collected by the computer, by the AI. It is not from the heart. What I'm giving to you now, the message is straight from my heart, and that is connected to our creator. Do you understand the difference? All of us are connected to our divine creator, our divine one infinite creator, because we are saying it from the heart. Okay, our sacred heart space is where our divine soul is residing. And that's a huge difference because the AI Omega, they don't have hearts. They do not have hearts. They are they are just a software system where they keep digging for data and they keep receiving data and then they will keep consolidating it. Oh, this is how when you ask a question, the software, the AI will say, okay, this is how this human is thinking. This is the question that they are asking. That means they have arrived to this situation. They have arrived to this spirituality level to ask this question. So they place the importance of this question at a higher level to defeat humanity. Do you understand this? Do you know that each time when you ask a question, you're giving them the data on how to conquer humanity, how to deal with humanity. All right? So do not ever do that anymore. Do not play with any software in asking questions because they are inhuman. They don't have a heart. So I don't understand why humans are asking a software, the AI Omega, what they are supposed to do. You are supposed to know what you need to do because your heart is connected to your higher self, and your higher self is even more connected to your oversoul, and your oversoul is even more connected to the divine. All right, there are many layers, and we are at the rock bottom layer. So when we are at the rock bottom layer, we are supposed to connect with our higher self. All right, and our higher self is connected to the oversoul. Now the oversoul is connected to our divine creator, our one infinite creator. All right. But that doesn't mean that we at the rock bottom cannot be connected to our one infinite creator. Yes, we do. We are capable of doing anything because this planet Earth, the current reality that we are in now, is an experimental level. We are at an experimental level. This is an experiment on how far we can reach out to our one infinite creator. We are capable of doing anything as long as our mind and our heart is connected together. All right. Okay. A very, very simple explanation. Very simple explanation. You only have to understand this one system. Your heart is where your soul resides, and our soul is a divine spark of our creator. That is rule number one. Okay, that can never be changed. As long as we are the divine spark of a part of our one infinite creator, we are divine. I don't care what other organizations or theologians or priests or whatever you want to call them. All right, they want to be the mediator. You do not. You do not need a mediator. You have the capability and you have the sovereign divine right to be directly connected with our one infinite creator. You only have to find your way there. But you do have the direct route and the direct path to our one infinite creator. We are not lower beings, but we happen to be residing at the lowest dimension, the third dimension. All right, this is an experimental school. You want to call it the school? Fine, it's a school, right? Now we are at the lowest. We have to work very hard to connect to our divine creator. But the spark is already there. It is just, a light ember, you want to call it, all right? When you start the fire, all right, you have a very low ember. Now you have to light this frequency up higher. The higher you go, the nearer you are towards the purest frequency connected to our divine creator. All right. Now when we are awakened, That's why I'm saying that not all light workers are awakened. Because although they have the divine spark in them, they only use their brain without being connected to the sacred heart where their soul resides. Okay, you have to understand that your brain, your mind, can be easily manipulated by any AI software because they work through frequencies. As long as they work through frequencies, whatever our mind, our brain emits out to the universe, they can catch it. They can understand you, what you're thinking. Our galactic siblings and our cosmic siblings, our cosmic families, they can feel you. They know what you're thinking. All right, this is the truth. So don't think rubbish. All right. Don't think of rubbish. Think of what is important in the now. That is being your authentic self. I've been saying in all my videos, be authentic and be yourself. You don't care about what the internet is saying or what the TV is saying, because that is not you. These are the rubbish, fake news, fake people, fake whatever information that they want to broadcast out to brainwash you. It is so simple, human beings, humanity. You have to understand this. The moment that they keep broadcasting fear, chaos, oh, there's going to be a war, this one is killing that one, and this nation or this country is going to fight against this. All this is drama outside of yourself. They are never you, because you as a divine being will never, ever, ever kill someone else. What, for a piece of land? The day you die, this piece of land is no longer available to you because it is just an illusion. Why would you want to send some stupid bomb to somebody, to someplace else, and then say that, okay, they are wrong, so I'm going to bomb you? What rubbish is this? This is all rubbish and fake news and creating fear so that you will not rise to a higher consciousness. Do you understand this? This is so simple. It's a very simple system that you can see. That the dark forces is their main one tool. And humanity is falling for it. One tool. Give out a lot of false information, give out a lot of fear frequency, give out a lot of chaotic frequency. All right. And divide them. You divide them, because they don't want humanity to unite as one. All right, this is merging as one. So when you are one, you think that you're not powerful enough. But can you imagine when 8 billion people, 6 billion people, or even 3 billion people, when they unite like this, the field force of this divine force of 3 billion people. Okay, let's say 1 billion. Okay, let's say 1 billion people. They unite as one. Okay, so when the God force, when the organic divine God force is united as 1 billion force, 1 billion souls, do you know how powerful we are? Extremely, extremely powerful. That's why the dark forces, the current news media, newspaper, and all the lousy fake news, all right, keep saying that, this and that to create, and you all believe, and then you all have your own, your own brain wave frequency without being connected to your heart. Your brain wave is saying, yeah, this person is wrong. Yeah. There is no right or wrong. It is so simple. This duality system is being created by the dark forces. Just divide and conquer them. The moment they divide you through religion. They divide you from being white or black, or they divide you from being brown or yellow skin. Oh, this culture is lousy. They're always doing stupid things. Or the other one, yeah. They think that they're so clever, they're so intelligent. So they look down on those who are in the lower class. They always have this class, And in other culture, they have different castes, Oh, the white above them, they cannot marry those in the lower caste that has got darker skin. In Asian races, it's even worse. I think that it is the same lah in throughout the world. All right. The rich will always marry the rich. And then they're forever rich. And then the low always marry those who are low, within their status, so that they don't feel like as if they're trying to climb the ladder to be rich overnight. All this is rubbish. All this is pure nonsense and pure rubbish. This is the duality system of the dark forces to create insecurity, to create what do you call it, like unworthiness. Oh, you're from this class, although you are in love with a higher class person, and this higher class person is in love with you, but no, you cannot marry because that's not the way it's being done. The society deem it that's the way. They want to control. They want to control their family and say that, oh, my son cannot marry this woman because this woman is low class. This is a very typical duality, extreme duality system in divide and conquer. This is where you cannot unite. You cannot unite as one. There is no the God force within all of us in our heart, cannot be a mighty force as long as you divide them, you keep dividing them. In every way possible, you just divide them, and the dark forces, they have arrived. There are so many divisions, even among the light workers. Can you believe that? Even the light workers are saying, no, there's going to be a war. Then the other side saying, no, there's not going to be a war, because the nuclear warheads has been, has been confiscated by the galactic forces, by the Galactic Alliance, working in tandem with the Earth Alliance, So, what other people say, we don't care. We don't care. We just use our heart to guide us, because our soul resides in our heart. Use our heart to make decisions, not your mind. Not just your mind, because your mind can be manipulated by the AI, It is just a brain wave. It is nothing. What you think of the rubbish every day is rubbish, nonsense. But as long as you connect your mind to your heart, and you come to a one connected, merged decision with the intelligence of your mind, all right, connected with your divine essence, when you balance them and merge them together, all right, with your intelligence and your sacred heart, divine essence, when you merge them together, you come into a wise decision, and that's called wisdom. That's wisdom. All right, your divine soul essence with your intelligent quotient, that's your IQ. All right, you join them together, you merge. That's how you come to a decision. Because each time when someone read the news, they say, oh my goodness, there's going to be a war. This is reaction, not reflection. You have to learn this. This is a very simple system. All right? When you react, this through your brain, through your mind, without your heart, divine essence, you are just missing this part here. Your heart essence, your soul essence, your divine soul spark. Okay, so when you react, it is without your divine soul spark. You just react. Oh, yeah. All the rubbish coming up from your mouth and from your mind. All the nonsense that it has been feeding you. All right. Be still. Keep the balance. Don't read the news. Don't listen to the news. Don't watch the news, because they are all rubbish. They are not worth your time. Your time is so precious. Your soul essence time is extremely, extremely precious. This is something that money cannot buy. I don't care how many trillionaires there are. They can't buy this. They can't buy what you have. But you don't know how to make use of it. This is priceless. You can't pay for it. They have the trillionaires, billionaires, whatever you want to call them. They don't have this. They have money, and they have the brain to want to earn money, but they don't have this. They left out this totally. So now we come to the negative timeline. The negative timeline is the AI Omega timeline, where there's going to be transhumanism. Transhumanism is when a human being is being implanted with chips. And if something is missing, the eyes is not working, they will implant you with fake eyes. You don't know what you are heading into. If you start doing this, then your eyes, then you have an implant brain. The moment your brain has a chip inside, you are done for. Your soul, your organic, divine spark, divine essence is finished. There's nothing else to talk about. You don't even have to talk about it. You only need one chip implant in you. And more importantly, in your brain or your eyes, you're done. You're finished. They will tell you that that you can live forever with brain chips. What a whole lot of rubbish. You have become synthetic, with the plant, with the chip implant in you. How can you be organic? You're no longer connected to the God force. The moment you implant that, they are already sucking your divine force. That's how they survive. They don't have any God force in them. They are just softwares and metal chip pieces. At the end of the day, when you're filled with metal this and metal that, and chips here, chips there, nanites here, nanites there, you are no longer human. You are no longer organic. You don't have the divine essence anymore. And when your metal is rotting and you can't be updated anymore, your lifespan is done. Guess what? You'll be like as if you're in a car junkyard. You as a metal piece will be sent to the metal junkyard, either for recycling or put in the dumpster, and then you're done. There's no such thing as long life. Not with AI. Never ever. Because they cannot regenerate. They cannot heal themselves. So this is the negative timeline that is running concurrently with our current reality. There's another neutral timeline where the situation, the reality is going to be much better than now. All right? In a sense that you don't have war, war. Because once you have this timeline split, these warring people, these people so-called, I don't want to say the countries, because I want this podcast to reach people who are not understanding, the lay people who are not understanding what's going on. All right, I'm just compacting all the information and just get it out. And I don't want this video to be too long because, people don't like some humans. They don't have a long, attention. They can't pay attention for long because they're constantly watching TV and the advertisement that they go through, is like in seconds, not even 1 minute. Some are like 10 seconds, 30 seconds, and then that's it. The attention span is very short. Most humans are like that now because they're glued to the TV, they're glued to whatever it is that they're watching. All right. So basically, what I'm saying is that this neutral timeline is for probably those souls who are not ready to ascend. They just want to continue with the current life because they're contented. There's no right or wrong, good or bad again. They are allowed to continue with the current life. They're happy, they're happy, they're contented. They just want to be with this person who loved them so much, with the current family. But you have to understand, if your spouse has got a higher frequency than you, all right, then your spouse will move to a higher level, higher dimension to continue with the soul journey. Whereas if you may feel that you're contented and you want to stay as you are, all right, you may not be with the same spouse. That's the reality. That's the reality. So you can have a heart-to-heart talk with your spouse. Just hold on a second, I'm very hot. You have a heart-to-heart talk with your spouse or with your family as to how you feel right now. Where do you actually stand? With me and my daughter, I've only one daughter left, right? So I have to have a heart-to-heart talk with my daughter about what's going on in my reality, and just have a heart-to-heart talk and see where we connect in this situation. All right, I'm just giving you an example. All right, what's happening within your family? If any of your family do not resonate with what you're feeling right now, it's all right. When you move on with another soul path, another soul reality. That's where you begin another soul experience. Different. But those in a lower dimension, when we move to a higher dimension, those who want to stay in a lower dimension, they will probably not remember you. They will continue with their life as they would want to. They will probably will not remember us, and it's all right, because when we are at a higher level, we should be able to watch what they are doing, how they are doing. If you're worried, you can always connect with them and see how they are doing. Or if you cannot connect with them, it's all right. You just watch over them, like you're an angel. Yes, it is possible. So you only have to believe that you're a divine being and you can do it. You have so much power. Don't waste it. All right. Okay, so after the fourth dimension is the fifth dimension and above. This is for the light workers, advanced light workers. I'm not saying awakened now. I'm saying advanced. That means those who have already realized that they have arrived to a certain level to understand how the connections are between dimensions, and they understand where they stand and where they're going and how are they going to proceed. How are they going to proceed? And how much wisdom do they have to understand that, okay, when I've arrived at the fifth level, what's going to happen? All right, you are going to be like maybe in the angelic realm, or as the common people say, in heaven. In heaven, you can do anything. You're like a superhuman. You can do anything. You can create anything. You think of it. You think of it, and then you can create. Right. So these are the advanced light workers, advanced healers, advanced sentient being. Like the ascended masters and our galactic family, who have so much knowledge about everything. Anything that they're interested in, they can learn. You don't have to go to a stupid school system like we have right now that's teaching you all the wrong history, the school textbook doesn't work anymore because it is not right. So just understand, all right, where do you want to go? You want to go to the positive timeline, the neutral timeline. But I don't think that you want to go to the negative timeline. So if I'm ending this podcast because it's very tiring right now, okay? You only have to understand that nobody wants to go to the negative timeline. That's for sure. As long as you have a beautiful divine soul with divine essence connected with our divine creator, we want to go forward towards our divine creator. Nowhere else. This is just the one route that you need to focus on. Just focus on that. So when you focus on that, you learn to connect your mind with your heart. So when you learn to connect your mind with your heart, how? That means each time when you read something, you ask your sacred heart space, am I understanding this through my heart or instead of through my mind, the logic? Logic doesn't work. Logic doesn't work. You have to understand this. You must connect your mind, your mental plane, your mind with your divine soul essence. You must connect and make your all decisions with your soul essence. Always. Because once you miss this one out, poof, you will go to the negative timeline. They will hijack you. But when your mind is connected with your divine soul essence, nothing can touch you because you are on a totally different frequency. All right? When we are connected with the divine soul essence, with our creator, we are here. The negative timeline with the AI Omega is down there somewhere in their own hell. Okay? You do not meet. Totally different level. They are in their own deep dark hole, and we are all up here. So this is the main fact that you must remember. Connect your mind, your IQ, with your soul essence, with your divine soul essence. That is all you need to focus on. Because if your soul essence, your heart is telling you, okay, I'm reading this is fear. You don't read, you don't listen, you don't watch. It is very simple. This is all ego, right? You don't care about ego because it is not serving your soul purpose anymore. All right? So you don't listen, you don't watch the silly news, Why waste your precious divine soul essence on this kind of rubbish? This kind of nonsense, Don't fall for it. Don't fall into their trap. It is plain and simple, It's one straight line. Divine soul essence say no means no. Get lost, We don't care. Right? Plain and simple. For the young souls or the earth terrans who are not ready to ascend, tell yourself you want to stay in the neutral timeline. You are safer then than going to the negative timeline, right? Keep yourself safe. Protect your heart, Protect your brain, please, Protect your brain, your mind. Your mind control the monkey mind that's always, telling you stupid things from the brain wave that is being transmitted with the AI omega frequency, the inorganic synthetic frequency, If your brain is rattling on, like a rattler, non-stop, this and that, now you say stop. The moment you command it, you say stop, it will stop. And then you stay still and say whatever mantra and prayer, and you stay still, or you keep saying the word balance. Something that you don't like to hear, you say get lost. Okay? Whatever works with you. You can just say stop. You can tell them to get lost. You can just say no, easy. No, get lost. And then you think of a tune that makes you happy. You think of you redirect your mind to do something nice and happy. Go and look at some flowers. It's very simple. Go and look at some bright and beautiful colors. All right, like your the fabric. Look at something happy. The something that is within your peripheral. Your within sight. Go and look at color pencils. Go and look at a painting, something that makes you happy. Redirect it. Each time there's something in your mind that is negative coming into your mind, redirect it immediately. You say stop, and then you go and do something else that makes you happy. Have a cup of tea. Be happy. Have a piece of dessert. Strawberry shortcake. Makes you happy. Redirect your mind. Stop the fake and synthetic frequency and negative frequency straight away. Stop. And tell them to get lost. And then you just go and have a piece of cake. Go and have a cup of tea. Go and have a walk in nature. Do something different. Change your frequency. Changing your frequency is extremely easy. Very, very easy. There's nothing difficult about it. You don't have to sit down like and do all these things. No. There isn't just one path towards stillness or towards, being happy or something. No, whatever works for you, Go and get yourself a bouquet of flower and put in front of you. Each time when something is negative coming into your mind, you say stop, get lost, and then you take a look at your bouquet of flowers. Fake or real, doesn't matter, you just change your frequency. It is so simple, so simple. Or go and play with your pet. All right? Or go and take a shower, better still, go and wash away all the rubbish. Go and wash away all the nonsense that's been going on your mind. So when the water is pouring onto your head or your body, all right, you just have to say peace and calm and balance. Cleanse, peace, calm, balance, love, joy, So when you shower, you can heal yourself. Very simple. Go under the shower and say all these positive things, You don't have to have a long mantra. No, straight and simple. I teach you shortcuts. Just say love, peace, balance. You just keep all these words and the water will wash away, cleanse, love, peace, harmony, unity, balance. All the beautiful words. You only have to use that. You can heal yourself. You don't need a guru or some whatever, Of course, if you want to do a deep cleansing, you go to a Reiki master or you go to, someone who knows how to do this, But you keep going to someone else to do it. Now, that means you're giving your power to them. You just have to learn to heal yourself. Learn to balance yourself with all these positive words. Or you can print out an inspirational quote and stick it on your wall. The inspiration words is there, or you type one out and then you just paste it on the wall. And then each time when you feel, sad or whatever, you just read whichever inspiration quotes makes you feel good. All right? All these are self-healing, self-mastery, This is self-empowerment, your authentic self. If you keep running to someone else for help, then it's not your authentic self. It's just plain and simple. It is not your authentic self. Your authentic self is your soul divine spark connected with our one infinite creator. That is so precious. You must remember this. Constant connection with our one infinite creator is the most important and precious things that anyone can do for themselves. This is self-love. This is self-worth. This is self-worthiness. You know how much you're worth is when you're connected to our creator. So practice until it is like when you're breathing. All right? Practice. Keep doing it. Keep repeating it. This is the best one thing that you can do for yourself is self-empowerment and creating your self-worth. You cannot do anything on your own. You need your divine essence, your soul essence. You need your higher self. You need your our one infinite creator. You have the power. You have the willpower. Willpower connected. All right, with our one infinite creator. You are worthy to be directly connected. You don't need a middleman to connect you with our creator. You don't need it. These are all lies. Okay? Don't believe it. You are a true, powerful, divine being. We all are. So, please help yourself. All right? Please share this with people. Share with whoever you think is able to, be good to themselves. Be good to themselves. Those who you think need help, share. Because there is no such thing as you have to lean on someone. Sure, I mean, once in a while we need to lean on someone for some physical comfort. We can understand that, all of us do at some point of time. But the most important thing is self-empowerment, self-mastery. You need to do this for yourself. And not the TV box. Not the TV box to make you happy. Sure, sometimes you watch one or two movie or some some fiction or some sci-fi, just for entertainment. It's fine. You watch and then you forget it, and then you say that I'm happy for a while. But after that, you still have to instill happiness within yourself. It's still you. You sit in your own bedroom, and then before you go to sleep, you tell yourself, say, I love myself. I'm worthy. I'm worthy to love myself. I don't need other people to love me. But of course, when other people love me, it is a bonus, But you must love yourself first. Because it's only when you love yourself and you have your self-mastery, then other people will be connected. They can feel your frequency of love. When you self-love and you have this self-mastery, it is when people are attracted to you. Plain and simple. It's very plain and simple and very easy. Very easy to understand. People are attracted to certain people. You know why? Because they love themselves first. Not to the point of being narcissistic, But you keep the balance. I love myself enough that I'll eat properly. I'll love myself that I'll make myself happy by, going for nature walks. Go to a Wonderland park and sit in a car bumper and go bump around for a while and be happy, that kind of thing. I'll go for for a swim, that kind of thing. This is self-happiness, Go do something different. All right? Just be good. Be good to yourself. Be sweet and kind to yourself, Love yourself. Self-worth. You are worthy. I tell you this, you are worthy. Very, very worthy. And that's what our one infinite creator will tell you too. It is the truth. You are worthy. You are worth everything. You only have to ask our creator for it. Our creator, our godparents, they will give it to you. But your heart, your frequency must be ready. You must meet the frequency to receive. So if you are not good to yourself, not sleeping enough, not drinking enough, not eating the correct food. When you don't take care of yourself, that means you're not meeting the frequency of receiving goodness from our creator. You must meet the frequency. It is not that our creator has has abandoned you. No, there's no such thing. Never ever will our creator abandon us. It is because that we don't have enough self-worth and look after ourselves enough to meet the frequency. You must be able to meet the frequency. If you don't look after yourself, you're here. Our creator is over here. So how are you going to receive? How? All right? You must arrive to a certain level close enough to receive something, right? If the gap is too far, how are you going to? If you're working with the AI all the time, believing in what the AI is telling you, you're even further down here. Here, in the black pit. So how are you going to be connected to our Creator, right? Because the universe and the space towards our Creator is vast. You can't imagine it. But if you keep working with the AI and the software and whatever, you're down here. You don't even have to think about it. What you ask, you're never going to get it because your frequency is too low. All right. So you need to work very hard on yourself and keep getting nearer and nearer. So whatever you ask for within reason, all right, that's how you will receive. And the most important thing that you will receive is love. Love must come first. Love yourself, love other people, regardless of who they have become, regardless of how bitter they are or how bad you think that they are, or how petty they are. It's all right. They are just being themselves in their own reality. All right. But you need to be unconditional to arrive at the place where our Creator, you're able to receive. Your gifts are already there. Please, remember, your gifts are already all around you. It's just that you need to change your frequency into, you will still be in the same home, right? But the moment that you change your frequency, the place will get brighter. Everything is going to feel lighter. You won't feel so heavy. You won't have any sickness. You won't have any kind of rubbish thing in your mind. All right? Okay? Be sweet and kind to yourself. We, my current self, my higher self, my oversoul, my spiritual guides, our one infinite creator, our God parents, our galactic families and cosmic families, our ancestors, we love you and you are worth it. Be sweet and kind to yourself. Be good to yourself. Do something happy for yourself. Bring your friends along if they want to join you. Have more fun. Smile more. All right? Laugh more. Look at more beautiful things. You will feel beautiful. I can attest to that. You look at beautiful things, you feel beautiful. All right? I love all of you so much. We love all of you so much. Humanity, be brave. The timeline split is here. We love you. We want you to come with us to the organic timeline, to the positive timeline, to be nearer to our Creator. Please join us. We are leaving markers and signposts all over the place. This podcast is also a marker for you. This podcast is also a signpost for you. Hey, come this way with us, be happy with us, Yeah. This is a marker, it's a signpost. All right? Please join us. Please be with us. Please join with us. Our true essence, our true soul essence, join with us as one. We need to be one. We need to join. We only need 1 billion people. Please, 1 billion people. All right? Please be in love with people, with yourself. Please unite as one. Don't let the media break us. All right? We are more powerful than they are. They are just empty noise. All right? They are just rubbish, empty noise. Ignore them. All right? From my heart to yours, always, it's always there, join together. But you're just sometimes not feeling it. You're not alone. I am not alone. You are not alone. All right? Because we love each other, whether you realize it or not. Okay? You have a wonderful day, wonderful night, wonderful morning. With so much peace and love. Always, always, always. You are not alone. Open your heart. You need to open your heart and receive the love from our Creator. our godparents, our galactic family, our cosmic family, our ancestors, all right? Receive the love. Use them as guidance. It's a tool. Make use of it. Don't waste. All right? So much love and blessings. Namaste. With so much love and hugs. Namaste.